Hey guys, it's Meme and my trusty sidekick.
Old Vinny is here. Welcome to a Friday afternoon surprise crafter show. We appreciate you guys joining us this afternoon on short notice. We look forward to spending a few little time with you today. Got some new product to show you today or some restocks. We also have a cool craft to show today. So we're excited to be with you. We do ask that you, Vinny the video, will just give us a thumbs up for what that means. Also, if you haven't done it yet and you're enjoying yourself, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to reach 400,000 subscribers and we'll get closer every day. So I hope that you guys, if you are new here, will join this community and have a good time with us. Are you seriously scratching your back with a pointer?
My back's itching.
Oh, my stars. Anyway, sorry for that interruption. Brought to you by May. We are May Made It. Everything that you see in our show today can be purchased through our online craft store at www.maymaymadeit.com. The Shenanigans is not with us this afternoon. Tamitha, the link queen, is hanging out and doing our moderating and posting links to everything that you see today. So you can just click on that link to purchase. Again, we appreciate you being with us this afternoon. Look forward to a good show for the next little while. May.
Go ahead.
It's your turn.
Explain. Okay, they don't know what happened last night or why we're here today. Right?
Okay.
So you want to do that?
Just to give you a little heads up, yesterday afternoon, my dad had an episode. And when we got to his house at 4:00, it appeared that he might have had a stroke. But after spending 5 hours at the hospital last night, we discovered that he did not have a stroke. His blood work came back fine. His CT scan was clear. And so he's doing much better today. They think that he may have a UTI. So they are treating him for that. But I appreciate your prayers for him and for us as he continues to recover. And that's why you missed us last night. So I apologize for that, but I appreciate your grace and understanding that at May Made It, family always comes first.
And it was a quick notice for you guys because it actually happened at like 4:30 yesterday when you came and got me because we were getting ready for the live. And so when it was time for us I was like, I got to put out a notice. We're not going to be live. But also all my kids didn't know. So we were like kind of and so my notice was real quick. And not very explanatory. And so it just is what it is. And we had to do that. But he's doing good. Keep him in your prayers. We would appreciate you doing that. Matter of fact, today he's great. There's a thing about Granddad. He has these spells, and the next day he has such a good day. So we're kind of in that boat today. So welcome in. If you did not know, I'm going to say this real quick, not about this, but about the Year of Folio class. May is a weird month. The May 2nd was on a Friday. So it made it feel like our folio got moved up a week. So if you missed folio this morning, check your email for the link. We did do the folio at 10 a.m. But I know a lot of people felt like me and Shannon, like it was a week early. It wasn't. It's just because we do these on the third Friday and the first Friday of the month fell on the 2nd. So it was odd. So be sure to check your email for that. Now, I've been wanting to put this thing together for you guys. I'm excited about it. I have to give you a little bit of information about it. So Lisa Glenn, who comes to Craft-a-Cropolis all the way from Korea, every time she comes, she gives a treat every day, a handmade treat for every table. She makes them and she hands them out to every table. Well, she said, and I kind of remember this, she said that at last Craft-a-Cropolis, I said, wouldn't it be neat if all the things you gave out could build up to something at the end and then they all become a thing? And we're sitting there at this Craft-a-Cropolis, and every day we got a new treat. Now, this is only 3 of the treats. There were actually 4, but we didn't have a 4th still in packaging to show you guys because we've given them all out. But you'll get to see it in a second. But I wanted you to see how she packaged things up, okay? And I don't remember exactly what day we got everything on, but like, for example, day 1, we would have gotten this. It says happy. Inside, there's a little Post-it note. There's some Bit-a-Honeys, and there's a pencil in there. That says be humble or be happy or be all different kinds of be things, right? So like that would have been day 1, all right? And then on day 2, we would have gotten something similar to this. And it was this little piece. In here, it holds 2 mini Mentos. And I can open this up and show you in a minute. And then also, let me just show you. It's real cute. And a little like keychain, which is precious. And yes, if you're wondering, she made these for 70 students. And she had leftovers, so she made more than that. So this is the little mini Mentos container. And I do have the template for this. I do not have it ready for you yet, but I have it to make it for you. So the little mini Mentos go in there. And
Click me back. Mine froze up and I refreshed.
So I can do this little tutorial for you as well if you want the mini Mentos holder. So this and then the little Be Happy charm came with, or the little bee charm came with it. That was on like day 2, we'll say. I think it was day 2. I'm not exactly sure. So there's that one. Put that one over there. And then like on day 3, we would have gotten this one. And inside of here, I got to show you this. This Madeline, she said she bought them in bulk. I think she told me she got them at Sam's or Costco. This Madeline is so delicious. So you get a Madeline in here. She gave you a honey packet and also a tea packet. And then this little guy is on a clip. Isn't that adorable? So that was day 2 or 3. I think 3. And then, the third one, I'll have to show you like this. The last day, we got this guy. And he has a pen. And he's got a little bee up there. And then this little notebook, which she also made. These little notebooks. She just made so many things for us. Isn't this adorable? Then, check this out.
We have a way to turn
they are turned on my channel, so they should be. They are turned on my channel. They should be working. I don't know why they wouldn't be. And then you open everything up, okay? And when you put it together, this is what you get. You get this little desk organizer. Now I'm going to take all of the little pieces out, okay? And these were all the gifts that came in it. Take all these little guys off because I want you to see the little desk organizer. And she actually made this as an adhesive holder. That was her plan, okay? So it would hold like foam tape in the back, some roll of score tape or glue dots, things like that. And then this would hold, I think she had Tombow upside down in it, something like that. I just think it would be super cute to have like foam tape. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to have everything in it. Have foam, have pins, all different kinds of things in it. And you can make it in any colorway. So today we're going to put it together. And I want to show you this, okay? So you make a box. You make this guy, and this guy. So here's what we're going to do, okay? I have the PDF for you. And Tamitha, I think you're going to do a blog post about it to give them that. But that PDF, you're going to have small, medium, and large box, and then base is what it's going to be called. So let me show you how to do this, okay? Put this guy together, and then we're going to start with our pieces. I've already cut them all, okay? So let's start with the base. This is what the template looks like. This is what I'm going to make it in today because it's going to go with the cardstock I'm going to use. So I'm going to leave that right there, and we're going to put this into our scoreboard. So we're going to score this guy, and this one's easy, okay? We're going to score this guy on all sides at 1/2 inch and 1.5, okay? So I'm going to hold him here, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to score at 1.5. Then I'm going to turn him and do that again. 1/2 inch, 1.5. I have not assembled one of these, by the way. I put the template together for you guys in the PDF. Actually, this that I have right here is actually Lisa's template. I just put the lines in so y'all could see it. And then we made a PDF for you. So I have not officially assembled. So we're doing that together today. Okay. So this is that guy. Then this is going to be the hard one for me because I got to figure out how to put it together. So I'm going to pull this guy back out and I'll be able to show you. She doesn't, so these pieces here are folded down as like spacer. Should I say that? Like spacer. They kind of give you the place to, it's kind of thick for the stuff to fit in and hold it together, if that makes sense. So I should have looked at this ahead of time. I looked at all the others, but this one. So let me see what her cut marks are here. Okay. What are we taking off?
I got to step out for just a second.
Okay. We're going to just see what we can do here. And see if I'm any good at coming up with this idea. So I can tell you how I know her little tabs go from the end. Yep. All right. So I'm going to cut here. I'm nervous because I hadn't done it, you guys. I'm going to slice here. Sorry, my phone is ringing, but I'm ending that. Then I'm going to cut here. So I'm making a tab. Do you see this guy right here? Then I'm going to do the same down here. And the same here. Now what we, I did that a little wrong, but we'll be okay. Oh, I did this end wrong. I've already done it wrong, you guys. I did everything right, but this last one. Let me just fudge it. Let me just fudge it. Don't stress. It'll still be cute. I'm going to fudge it with some yellow tape. So I'm going to put this back. I have actually done this before in projects when I mess up. So if y'all want to see a mess up, here's how you fix it. All right, and then I'll go back. So we just glue our paper back together, act like it's one piece. And we'll go just like that. Okay. Now, on our tab, we don't need this square and we don't need this square. So we're going to make this our tab. And what we're going to do, I'm going to cut this away first. When I get this done, I will lay it down and let you see it, okay? And then I'm going to angle cut this edge and angle cut this edge, okay? Then I'm just going to cut this guy away. He could technically stay there, but we don't need him. So this is what we're looking like in the corner without the bandage. Do y'all see the little bandage? Doesn't it feel like I need to make it like a Band-Aid in there. That would be funny. All right, same move on the other side. Just like this. And like this. And it's important that you notice that I am keeping, hang on one second. Cut that off. I am keeping this extra tab here. So do you see I've got this flap, tab, and I'm keeping that extra piece. Okay, so keep that in mind. Then, did you get, Joe?
I did.
Okay. And then cut this away. And I'm going to cut an angle. Okay, and then I can get rid of this piece. And I, again, will lay this down for you to be able to see it at the end. And don't worry, we also have the PDF for you guys. And there. Okay, get this little guy going. And this is going to be how our base ends up looking, okay? These tabs are going to help us put it together, and all these extra pieces are going to go inside, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fold and crease everything. Just like so. This one ought to be easy since I had to put a Band-Aid on it. Do you see my Band-Aid? No, it's tape. I'm calling it a Band-Aid. Not actually on me. I kind of messed up there. All right, and then let's fold these sides up like so. And then this side up. Let's get these sides folded up. Something Lisa told me was that she used a very thick cardstock when she made hers. I'm using Harmony, which is super thick cardstock. See that piece I just folded up? We want that piece. That's kind of what gives us it's like a spacer. It kind of tightens things up. So we do want to fold and crease those. It's really a smart piece that gets added in. Fold and crease these. And fold and crease this one. All right, so let's assemble. How we're going to assemble is we're going to take these little tabs, we're going to apply glue to them, and then we're going to turn them up into the side. Okay, so I'm going to show you that before I do it. So do you see how it lives inside of there? Let me do it again. I'm going to turn this guy out so you can see it. So you can see what I'm doing. I did not try my glue today. Let's see if it's going to work for me. I use my glue over yonder. Let me put my pen in real quick. I have not been at this desk in a while. Since at least Tuesday, I haven't been over here crafting. So, here we go. Let's see what we get. So, glue here. And then I'm going to turn that tab up and place this guy together. I'm really just paying attention to this corner side right now. Can you imagine making 70 plus of these? She had to start in Korea. There's no way she got them all done here. I don't know. She was here a few days early. So she could have been working on them in her hotel room. Glue on our other tab. Turn that guy up. And I'm just checking for square over here. Aren't you in love with that harmony? I can't get enough of it. It is so good. Harmony cardstock. I might get you to get my other glue thing since I was using it this morning, but let me see how this one goes. Yeah, will you grab my glue gun from the your folio desk? I got something in this one. Or either it's almost empty. I cannot tell. Let me get the one that has been in service today. Let me get that one. Now, the cool thing, well, I'm going to do something a little different than Lisa did, okay? I'll show you what she did, but I'm going to do it a tiny bit different. She actually taped the sides down, those little extra pieces that we're holding on to. I'm not going to tape mine down, and I'll show you why. I think they do their job even if they're not taped down. All right, let's get this one that's been working all morning. This one's been in service. Tie glued together. She might have assembled them. I don't know. This is a lot of work, isn't it? All right, this is our little damaged one. He'll get the job done. We all have issues. We all need Band-Aids from time to time, right? Oh, look, there she is. I cut everything and attached the DSP in Korea and then put them together here. That's a lot. Okay, so here's the thing. On Lisa's, she angle cut all of these little pieces. I'm going to show you that, okay? So all these little pieces sticking out, she did like this. A lot of work for 70. If you're making one of these for your desk, it's not so bad. Because remember, this is element 1. Okay. So then she took these and tucked them inside and she glued them in. Okay, they're glue taped in, or they're score taped in. But I'm not going to. I don't think for the way I'm making it that I need to do that, because everything's going to hold. And again, it kind of, let me get all these little scraps out of here. Y'all, Shannon has cleaned our office, or has been working on cleaning this room. And so I'm trying very hard not to make a big mess. So I've been cleaning up behind myself. Did you see my folio table, how good it looked when you walked over
I
there?
was really surprised when I walked over there, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to leave this like this. If this becomes a problem later, I'll show you. Okay, that is that. Now, let's work on large box. I feel like large might be easier than small. So we're going to start with large box. These are super easy. Okay, back to the scoreboard, Batman. Here's your scoreboard. All right, you're going to score this one. This is the large box. Also, let me tell you this. When you see the templates that Lisa did for you, see where it says score P at 1 and 5? That means portrait. And then she's got score L at, that means landscape. So in the PDF I did for you, I put the picture of hers in, but then I explained it the way I say it. So whichever way you read it will make sense for you. Okay. So what we're going to do on the 6 3/8 inch side, we're going to score at 1 and at 5 3/8. And I will tell you this. If you're not an 8s fan, this is not the project for you. There are 8s all throughout this. 8s don't bother me because it's all written on my scoreboard, so I'm fine. All right, when we turn it, we're going to go 4 1/4 and 5 1/4. So right here, 4 1/4, 5 1/4. Now, I did this. I hope it's similar to what Lisa did. I do not know, but I thought you would need to know. I'm going to measure down 1 inch from this side as well as this side and get my angle cut. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 inch. I'm just making a pencil mark, 1 inch down. And then I'm just going to use my scissors and cut an angle. So from our pencil mark to that score mark, pencil mark to that score mark, cut an angle. Okay, so we'll get that gone. Now then, I literally opened up some of hers so I could see where things go, and I will show you this because I think this is neat to look at.
So are you saying that you cheated?
She gave me this, but I had to look. I had to know. So look, this is what we're doing. I had to open it up to see. So we're just really editing right down here. Okay. So this middle section, we're just going to make tabs. I'm sorry, Lisa, but I had to look. I don't think she'll be mad at me for that. She knows that I had to get in there and look at the guts. Also, it's sticky tape. I can put it right back together.
There you go.
All right. So I'm going to cut here. And I'm going to cut here. Just like this. And then I'm going to cut here, here, angle, angle. You don't have to worry too much about your angles. They're going to be hidden. All right, now we're going to fold and crease.
She said, I think I would have done the fold over like you are if I wasn't giving them to you each day.
Oh, yeah. I
actually cut enough for 120 people since I didn't know how many were attending when I started working on them in January.
Wow. That's crazy.
Dedication.
She said she actually made 87 of these, so there were enough for the shops. Yeah, there was plenty. We still, Shannon gave them as teacher gifts at her school. There were plenty. We gave them to Missy, Amanda, and then she took them and gave them to some of the teachers at school because they were so cute and they loved them. All right. Then this is how we're going to put this guy together. Actually, you want to put the DSP on first? Okay, so decorator paper. Decorator paper is what I'm going to put on, okay? And I'm going to show you where she put it. All the measures for all of this are in your in the PDF. I measured all of this for you to know. So we're going to put a piece at the top center and then 2 pieces on either side. So here's what I'm going to do. This paper pack is my fave right now. Look how cute this is. And it's the 6x6, which I love. And I think it will be so adorable on this cardstock. So we got to pick the back. By the way, the piece we're putting on is on the back. Okay. Let's see. Let's find something cute. Let's find that lemon though. So cute. That's cute with all the fruits. Oh, peaches. But I'll probably want to use that somewhere in the front. Let's do this. This has all the fruit here. So let's do this guy. All right. I did not print out my measure, so I'm going to have to measure because I did not print out the PDF for myself after I did all that work. Where did I put my measures? I wrote them all down. Let me see if they're up here. Yeah, I got it right here. Okay. So I can look at mine. All right. So 4 1/8 by 4. So trimmer. 4 1/8 by 4. And which way is the height? That's what I did not tell myself. I think 4 1/8 is the height. To guess because that'd be wrong. So 4 inches here. And then 4 1/8 this away. And then this should go here now. Perfect. I could use scraps from this down here. And these are going to be 2 3/4 by 7/8. So I need to cut. Can I get 2 7/8 piece out of this? Yes, I think I can. So I'm going to cut this to 2 3/4 by 7/8. That may be because I never put them over there, Tamitha, but I'll get them to you. I can take this picture, or if you're grabbing them now, do you want to get them that way? And I'll just make sure I wait on you to write them. I can send you a picture of this, my notes. Okay, so there's this one. All right, and then these guys, here's what you got to pay attention to. Okay, it's 4:25 a.m. where she's at. You have to pay attention to the fact that this piece, if you're going to put your DSP on now, okay, this is going to be facing in this direction. It's going to go up like this, okay? So my pattern on my page goes like this. This pattern needs to go in this orientation. So I will look at it this way, which means it needs to be facing upside down at the bottom. I'm not going to re-explain that because I'll make it clear as mud if I say that again. You probably got it. We will not rehash that. If I do, I'll just confuse you. So we'll put this guy on here. Like so. And then this guy. Yeah, I'll send you the picture of my measures. This is also a good way to test everything and see if I love what I came up with, because I just ran around and measured and wrote them down. Lisa's are probably different than mine, but like I said, I just measured around the thing. I actually might have been planning on telling you guys to measure so they'd be right, because like I said, I just measured the spots that I had left. All right, so there's that. Now, when you go to close this box up, I want to show you something. Don't put your adhesive here. Don't put it on the angle section. Put your adhesive down here, because that's really the only place you want it, especially if you're using sticky tape, okay? Can you see this? She used her tape here because when you close it up, you do it on the side. When you close it up, do you see you don't want sticky tape sticking out, okay? I'm going to use wet glue, and I'm going to turn these guys in like so. These tabs are handy because if you put something like beads or something you don't want to fall out, that'll keep them from falling out. And then what will happen on the side is this one's going to tuck in and this one's going to roll over the top. Isn't that cool? I love that. So let's put our glue on this flap. And wrap her over. I'm going to stand it up so I can get it square. Perfect. Perfect. Also, I have to tell y'all, stick around because I got to tell you how the DSP works to your advantage in a few minutes, because I thought that was brilliant. Then we'll put this little guy on, and big box is done. Large box, I think. Yeah, large box is done. Great, right? So cool. So you see how you want to pay attention to your orientation and make sure your papers are going in the correct direction. All right, let's do the next one. Now, the others are very, very much the same. I don't want to lose my templates. Let me put that over there. Very much the same, just smaller. So if you want to chat, now's a good time, babe, because I'm going to literally get these ready in the same way we just did.
Okay. So if you guys have any questions about what you are doing or what you are seeing, please feel free to put them in now, and we will try to answer them during this little down spot. And I know you can't hear me because my microphone just died.
Oh, no.
But
I want to point this out. I made this edit based on measuring, so this might not be necessary. But here, instead of going an inch down, I went 7/8 because I felt like it wasn't quite the same as the other. So this is 7/8 of an inch down to the point, where in the first one I did 1 inch.
now you should be able to hear me just fine. If you have not done so already, please Vinny the video. We really appreciate you guys giving us a thumbs up. And again, if you have not already done so, please subscribe. Love to have you be part of the Momo Made It community. Pretty special place, a place where you can find friendship and encouragement, and even some folks that'll pray for you. So do that for us if you can. Give us a thumbs up, Vinny the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Is it working?
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm on a roll and know what I'm doing.
Anybody have any questions or thoughts, anything?
I have a thought. Can I share a thought?
You can.
This would be a great SVG. Maybe I should do that. You haven't already done that, have you, Lisa? This would be a good one.
Well, it gave me a red light and told me that the battery was dead. So that's why I changed it out. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me good.
All right, check this out. On this one, I'm getting everything where y'all can see it. On this guy, we're going to put the paper in a whole different place. Do you see this? Here and here, okay? And you want your orientation facing up, which is here. This is the top, okay? So I'm only going to cut these 2 pieces. And I have them at, let's get some more paper first. Let me pick something I want to use here. I already lost that 6x6 pad. Here it is. Yeah, this would be a fun one. I think I could put this one together pretty quick for you guys. Those lemons are cute. Do I want those lemons on that black? I think I do. Wait, do I want those lemons or those strawberries on that black?
Tough call.
Here's the strawberries. There's the lemons. That lemon is cute, but the strawberries bring the red in from the side. I'm going to do the red. I'm going to do the red. We'll see how far it'll go. Okay, so 2 7/8 by 1 7/8. I'm double checking myself. That doesn't feel right. I'm checking that. I think it is right, but I'm not sure. So let's be sure. 2 7/8 by 1 7/8. That's where I was wrong. It was me that was wrong. The measure was right. I kept going, this is not right. This should be right. Yes. All right. And then my second piece for this side is 7/8 by 1 3/4. 7/8 by 1 3/4. I don't want it that way. I want it this way, but I can't get 1 3/4. So we'll use a different piece. So we'll go 7/8, and then we'll go 1 3/4. Y'all love watching my brain explode, don't y'all? My brain's like, hiccup. You know why? I just had lunch. And I've been crafting all morning, by the way. Y'all may not even know that, but I've been crafting all morning. All right. I'm going to glue these down before I fold and crease, just because it's nice and flat right now. Lisa, we have a great community, don't we? They love when you guys share. They love it. All right. So I got that guy on. And then I only had to put one more on this side right here. And I'm telling you, it's neat how the DSP acts like a puzzle. I'm going to show you that at the end. It acts like a puzzle. And I did something wrong here, but we're going to let that ride. We're not going to be mad at me about that. All right, let's fold and crease. This paper is a fruit stand. The fruit stand in the 6x6. Is that what you're asking me? Or the black? The black is Harmony. Y'all, this little guy and my fingers, and this ain't the small one. And this ain't the small one. This would be fun to make for people because this is not a hard build. You know what I'm saying? Once you make, it's kind of repetitive. So it wouldn't be too awful bad. All right, check this out. Close it up the same way that we did a while ago. See what we look like here? We got our tab tucked in. We're going to pull this side down, put our tab on the inside, and we're only going to glue that little section down. Okay. In here. Same over here. I know there's no DSP on this side. Don't panic. You'll see. It makes sense in a minute. Lisa had to show me how it worked, and I can't wait to show y'all. Okay. I like this black. It's going to be cute. Sit that there. Sit that there. Too cute. Too cute. Okay. Now then, let's make the small guy. The small guy. Schmally. You want to make the schmally? Here we go. Here's what he looks like. I'm making a mess on my screen. I know y'all don't like when there's a mess. There he is. Okay. We're going to score him 1 2 1/4. Turn him 3 4. That's how we're going to do them. I'm going to make that same mark 7/8 of an inch down so I can see my pencil mark and do my angle cut. I think I'm done with this. Let's put this away. Yeah, that wasn't the small one. This is the small one. That's what I was telling you. My fingers are already struggling with that one. Let's see. If you want to glue those tabs inside, you can. They're not going to bother me. And when you put stuff in, they'll just probably stand up. If they don't and you don't like them the way they float, you can just glue them to the side. It won't make a difference. Either way you do it. This is the small guy. Now, I'm going to say this, and Lisa probably knows better than me or has tried it, but if you just wanted, maybe 2 rows, like if you just wanted this one and one in front of it, you could just make this one this long, and you'd have a long, a long one and a long one. Does that make sense? And you wouldn't have to have the small one if you didn't want it. You can edit this in so many ways. You can make this yours any way you want. All right, let's look at where DSP goes here. It's like let's look where the decorator paper goes here. I'm saying DSP because that's what it was called. I always say decorator paper. That's what this is. So it's going to go here and here. And remember, it's kind of like a puzzle. So I only need a couple little pieces, and I could probably still get it from the strawberry. So let's do that. So on this one, I need 1 1/8 by 1 7/8. So is this 1 7/8? It is 1 1/8 right here. And I think that's the middle because it's a little bigger than the side. And then on the side, I need 1. Surely not. Let's try that. I think I really did write this measure wrong. Let me double check. I don't trust that. I know it's not right by looking at it. It's 7/8 by 1 7/8. Yeah. I got to put that. I got to make that change or we'll be in trouble, Tam. I'm doing it right now. 1 7/8. All right. So 7/8 by 1 7/8. So that should be correct. And it is. Okay. So, wow, very little decorator cardstock. That's really cool. That's really cool. All right, glue it in place. Fold and crease. Woo, glad you landed up. Glad you landed upward. I think this would have been cute if I had done all lemon too. Really cute. All right, fold and crease. Crafters Calisthenics. Fold and crease and fold and crease. Were you doing it over there? I saw you dancing. Were you fold and crease and fold and crease?
I was fold and crease and fold and crease and fold and crease.
All right. Now when we close this up, same thing. We're going to do it the same way. You lay that flat. Stand this up and tuck it around just like we did the others. This guy's teeny, you guys. Him's teeny. He's a teeny fella. Other side, same way. I use so much hand sanitizer on this surface that cloth reeks of hand sanitizer.
Got to have a clean surface.
And I know you're like, wait a minute, you don't have your decorator paper all the way around. I don't. I'm going to show you the trick, which I think is so cool. All right, ready? Here's the trick. Here's my base. I don't really know why I used orange as my base. I think I was thinking to do more citrus colors. I did not do citrusy colors. And I also did not do a good job on this box, but you get the gist. Okay. In the back of your box, and this is that part we didn't glue down, okay? You're going to push this guy into the back. And that's why I like not gluing those pieces down. I feel like they kind of push out and catch. So this is your back. See that? Both sides have DSP. Then to discover where they go, DSP goes to the outside. Decorator cardstock goes to the outside. So see that? Now you have Decorator right there. Same here. How adorable. So easy. Isn't that adorable? I'm going to show you Lisa's because it's cuter. Let's bring it back over. Hers is all coordinated. So this guy. I mean, you do kind of know where it goes after a minute, but to know you're in the right place, you just put the Decorator cardstock where it goes, and you don't need it everywhere else. And you technically could glue all this together if you wanted to, you know, if you wanted to give it as a gift like that. But isn't that the sweetest thing? This is the Mentos box. And I can bring that to you if you're interested for the little mini Mentos. But I love this. Now, you just get creative when you fill it up. Whatever your theme is, you just go crazy and fill it up and decorate it. Make it look super, super cute with your theme. Everybody tell Lisa thank you. This is amazing. We love it. And I hope I did it justice, Lisa. I don't know if I did, but I hope I did it justice. I think it's a great little gift. It's the end of the year. If you need a teacher gift, how cute is this? Fill it with candy and give it to a teacher. Let it be a candy organizer. Let it be a candy holder organizer. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Fill it with notepads, Post-it note holder, little pen with Post-it note. Anything you want to do would be so cute in here to give it. And now you have a new way. And we will put those Decorator paper measurements on there for you as well. So you'll have that on the PDF. Exciting. Look at everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She did a great job. We love that. We love it. I love when you guys send me projects like that. Here's all I ask, that they are your projects. Now, they can be inspired projects. This was an inspired project, but Lisa made it very custom. And so I was able to share her project because she told me she was inspired by someone. I don't remember who, but she said she was inspired by somebody. And then she kind of had to make it her own to make it work for what she wanted to do. So there you go. Look at me trying to clean up because I don't want Shannon to be disappointed.
What a cute project. I hope you enjoyed that project. We're going to be showing you some restocks and some new products at this point in time in the show. And again, if you have not done so already, please give us a thumbs up. We call that Vinnying the video. And if you have not subscribed, please do that as well. We're trying to get to 400,000. We're getting close.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad I did not disappoint. We're going to, because it's Friday afternoon, I think I'm going to do Across the Miles Thursday night because there's a good bit for us to get through. And I think we'll have a little more relaxed time then. We will anyway. Let's look at these. Let's look at this stuff. I'm excited to bring y'all this. I kind of want to do that last because it's another craft. Okay, listen. I've got a demo for you at the end of this video. So keep watching. At the end of this live, I'm going to demo a product for you so you can understand it. But I'm going to run through the other stuff that makes sense on its own right now. So pick this up so I can get to it easier. A lot of stuff in here.
Does that work?
I think it will. Okay. We'll find out, won't we? When everything tumbles to the ground.
If it goes to falling.
Okay, so is everything in here? Yes. Okay. I was like, where is everything? Here it is. Everything I wanted to show. If you were at Craft-a-Cropolis, you will recognize some of these products because now we have them to bring. Oh, it looks like it is falling now. Let's see if I can make this better. There we go. You will recognize some of this because we used it at Craft-a-Cropolis. So let's talk about it. All right. Number one. In Amanda's class, we had the hardest time finding markers. It is a strange time in the marker world right now. I'm just telling y'all, because when we build a kit, we can't spend $8 a marker. Kit would be outrageous, right? So we had to search and search and find a set that we could use. This is the set Amanda used. And I'm going to tell you something. She did a trick with coloring that I want to bring to you guys that you are not going to believe. I'm going to ask her permission before I do it. But she took this little set and made 9 extra colors out of it. Like, it was incredible what she did. But this little set is a dual tip sketch marker, and you got to see them because they're really nice and they're a really good price, and they're very juicy. Very juicy. So check this out. This nib looks like this. Nice, good point on it. And then the other nib looks like this, a good chisel, right? Also, they don't roll around because they are triangular. So they don't roll around on your surface, so that's good. And they come in the set. There are other colors available, and Tamitha has asked me to bring those in because she really enjoyed these. And y'all know Tamitha is our colorist. We trust Tamitha when she says anything about coloring. And that is this guy, the dual tip sketch from Basic. I don't know how they say it. I said Basic because there's a Z in it. These I got to go with it so they could have a blender pen. These come in a 3-pack, just like you see right here, and they are from Studio Light, and they are blender pens. That's what these are. These are for your alcohol marker coloring, and this one's not. This is taped. I don't want to open that. But in here, you get a blender pen that has 2 nibs. It has a fine tip and a brush tip. I just wanted the class to have a good blender if they needed it. But what I love about this is it's 4 alcohol markers, and there's 3 in here, and you can just use them for all of your blending. It says the color 0 is basically an alcohol marker without any pigment. So when you add it on top of a color, it will remove the pigment around. It will move the pigment around. This way you can blend, add highlights after coloring. It will not remove, I said it will not remove pigment. It will move pigment. Okay. They're alcohol markers. Both of these I just showed you were alcohol. Thanks for asking. How about this one? How about the Ink Joy gel pens? These are Shannon's favorites. That's why we keep bringing them back. They are not white pens. They are black ink, I think. No, these are white ink. How did I not know that these came in white? Is this new? What is this sorcery? Have I already shown? I don't think so. I thought that Shannon was using these. I might need to ask a question about this. Let me get a piece of cardstock that it will show up on. But these are Papermate Brilliant Ink Joy Gel Brilliant Pops on light and dark paper. White ink. All right, it's got a little nib. Got to take that little nib off. You know, the little oh, wow. Travel nib. Did I just order? Were these on order and they just came in? I feel like I've had these on back order for a while. Look at that. I'll tell you a trick about gel pens, white pens, etc. Don't press. When you press, you push. I'll see if I can do it. If I press, this one's doing a really good job. But when you press down, you push the ink away. These I pressed. These I lifted a little bit. So I didn't put it down. I left a little packaging on there. I didn't press this down. I just kind of hovered and colored back and forth. And that deposits ink and doesn't move ink, if that makes sense. So these are fantastic. I love this. I'm excited.
What's your response to dash?
Oh, I love dash.
Is it working like you want it to?
Let's do dash. I know y'all can't see. I write with my hand over. I tell you what I really love is how comfy they are in my hand. It's feel it. It's silky, or I don't know how to describe it. Silky?
It almost feels like a silicone.
Cushy. It feels silicone-y, like a cushy. It's not cushy though. It's just more slicky, silky. Very pretty. I like that they come in a 3-pack. Let me see. And I want to see if there's anything different so I can tell you. I want y'all to know. They're called Bright, and they're all medium point. Pick those up. These are really good. I'm going to put this right here. Shannon will love that. I thought those were her erasable pens, but they're not. She also has not white ink, but white color erasable pens. Check these out. Punches are back. You guys love these punches. The hexagon, this is a must-have. This is a 1 3/4 inch scallop circle, and this guy right here is the branch punch, and you need to own this punch. There is 150 different ways to use this punch. We love this one so much. This one is called...
It might be the all-time favorite.
5-leaf branch. No, my all-time favorite is the branch punch. This one is my second favorite. This
the
one
tree branch that looks like antlers and all that.
I can do so much with this one though, so I love this one too. But my all-time favorite is the branch punch. Everybody needs to have the branch punch. Like, don't pass go.
Don't pass go.
I'm very excited about this paper line. Okay. It comes in 12 by 12. I did not order this in 12 by 12. And my class could use the 8 by 8 paper pack. Okay. So we can get this in 12 by 12 if you want it, but I want you to see this. This is Hidden Creek. It's Arden Studios, but this is Katie Petite. You guys remember Katie? This is her paper. Do you just see her all over this? You know what I didn't know about Katie? And she told me the other day. Katie designs a lot of stuff, not just paper. She does fabric. She does home decor.
Wow.
And she told me one year, I don't remember what year it was, she was Kirkland's #1 designer of art. Kirkland's. Yes, I love this. So cool. So check this out. This is the Arden Hidden Creek paper pad. By the way, if you were in my class at Craft-a-Cropolis, tell everybody about this paper. It is absolutely stunning. We love the paper pack. It tears out of this pack and keeps the pack intact. A lot of those words. So beautiful. Look at this. And like I said, I can get it in 12 by 12. We just didn't. This paper is incredible. Look at this page. I love this so much. We don't have a lot of this left. These are the leftovers from our class kits. There's not a whole lot of it left. We were talking though, if you guys were interested, we could do an online class and I could do the same kit with you guys if you want to do an online. Of course, you'd have to pay for it because it's not fair to charge students that come and not charge you guys. So you'd have to pay for it. You would get a kit and we could make the folio. The folio turned out really cool. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, love it. Love it. All right, so that's the 8 by 8 of that. But look at this. Oh, I'm going to save that for last because you'll love that. This is the ephemera pack, and it's just what you think. Beautiful, gorgeous ephemera. Look how pretty this is. There's bugs, by the way. There's like, is that an otter? I can't remember what he was. There's butterflies, ferns, all kinds of things in there. Here is the dots that match, but hold up. Here's my favorite. These laser cuts, okay? I cannot take these out of the pack because you guys are going to want them. I'll tell you when they're going to fall. Here's what I got to tell you. Badger. It's a badger. That's what he was. These laser cuts are double-sided. And you're like, big deal. What does that mean? No, it's the biggest deal. Listen to this. They're double-sided, which means if you want to use this leaf stem, but you want it to face the other direction, you just flip it over and it's already printed on there. It's double-sided. Like, we need crowd noise for that one. It's like incredible. Here's the other thing about it. If you're making a box card, if you're making something with acetate and you want to be able to see through both sides, it's printed on both sides. And that's kind of her style. So as we keep bringing in Katie's stuff, that's what you'll see. So you can literally turn these over. All of y'all know how big that is. You know how cool that is because not everybody does that. You would love this class. It's a good one.
I don't like when I look at you, it looks like I'm looking off camera.
You don't like that? Then you got to look at camera because camera faces you, not me.
Yeah, but if I look this way out the door, it looks like I'm looking at you.
No, it doesn't. Look up. Look up. Now you're looking at me. It's true.
Oh, well.
Okay. Who's excited for my favorite product to bring you? And I have not brought it to you in a while. Like, we've had this a while. And I haven't brought it to you because we got through open house. We got through Craft-a-Cropolis. Listen, if you've been here a long time.
I'm just going to say brace yourself.
If you're OG, meaning if you are an old crafter, if you've been with me 8 to 10 years, you will know that I have been obsessed with trying to find those tube paint pens that we used to do embroidery with back in the day. Okay. And a lot of people sent them to me. A lot of you guys sent them and said, here's what I have. This is what they are. I had a local friend bring me her mother's entire set. They were dried up and I couldn't use them, but she brought me her entire set so I could see them. This product is not new. It is very been around, vintage, okay? This is something I did with my grandmother. And when I did it, I remember this being a home party that they would come around and you would do this in your home party and you'd buy all the things and do it. Okay.
But
here's where things have changed.
There's a change.
Back in the day, you had to iron on these images and you were limited to those images that you did. What we can do now, is it in here? Where's my ink? I don't think it's in here. We may have to get the ink from her. Yeah, can you grab it? Or can you ask her? What we can do different is now we have a fabric ink that we can stamp. You got to see this. I don't know which way to show you first. What should I show you first? Should I show them the finished sample first? Y'all want to see the finished samples first? Okay, let me show you. Let's start right here. I'll do this one. See this? Do you recognize this? Oh, I didn't bring this down. I brought the wrong stamp set. Do you recognize this? This is one of my stamp sets, which I brought the wrong one in here. I'll show you the different one. I'll show you this one. See this one? Look at this. Now we can stamp with ink. What'd you say? No, I don't need to open one. There wasn't one in here to show. There are some of these online, right? Yeah. Okay. This is the trick. The VersaCraft ink. Fabric, paper, wood, and more. This is what changes things for us, okay? Instead of having to do iron-ons or something else to get your design, you can use your stamps and you can turn them into anything you want. Now listen, we brought the tea towels in. I'm going to show you all of this, okay? We brought the tea towels in. But I want you to think about this. Canvas tennis shoes, aprons, denim jackets, denim purses. The big thing right now in the sewing world is to go to the thrift store and buy old clothing and turn it into something else, a vest, a purse, a scrunchie. Then you stamp with your stamps and you paint. We're going to do this.
Tina asked, do we need to wash the towels before we stamp them?
I probably would, just because like that's how you treat fabric typically. They are washable after stamped. This ink is heat set. You have to heat set it. Okay, listen to me. You have to heat set it. I would not heat set it with a heat gun. You're going to ask me, can we use a heat gun? You probably could, but I wouldn't. But the reason I wouldn't is you cannot control where the heat is going as well with a heat gun as you can with an iron. An iron, you know, you touched every spot. Okay, so I wouldn't use a heat gun. That's just me, because I know me. As soon as I use a heat gun and think I got it right, when I wash it, part of it's going to come off because I didn't heat that corner. Kind of like embossing when it's clear and we can't really see everything. So I want you to use an iron. And what I do is I take a scrap piece of fabric and I put it over top. We'll talk about that in a second. So that's the first thing you have to have. The next thing you want to get, or you might want to get, these are incredible. When we had Craft-a-Cropolis, the sewists, all the people who work with fabric were coming and buying these just to turn them into other things, because you don't have to just use these for this project. These are retro tea towels. You get 3 of these in a package, and they are $11.29 for 3 in a package. And look at the colors. I'm going to show you the colors out of the package. We've got gray. This one is maroon. This one is multi, and this one is black. So this one is the black. See that? This one is the gray. And then the multi is so precious. My fear is the multi will sell out first. So if you want it, grab it, because it's real cute. This is the multicolor. And like I said, you get 3 in a pack. I've already taken one out of here. Isn't that adorable? Also, these are real just tea towels. Let me show you. This is a nice little tea towel with a hook. So some of my sewists were getting them to turn them into other things, or to like quilt on them. Like put little quilted things to make for people, like little gifts. And I think these in and of themselves would be cute tote bags. You could sew them into a tote bag. Here's the maroon with some of my stamping and painting. Let's talk about painting. This is what I wanted to demo for you. Let's talk about painting. Okay, also this, and I'll tell you this again. All of this is heat set. Okay, all of this is heat set. Oh, we have other things. Hold on. These I don't have very many of. We weren't able to get very many just yet. Oh, no. I hit my mouse. Hold on. I got to come back to you. Okay. These are pillowcases. Okay. They're the black stripe pillowcase, and they zip closed, and they are $12.49. But look how pretty this is. It's a good size pillowcase, and you could, again, use this to sew on. If you don't want to paint on them, sew. Do a quilt square on here. Oh my goodness, now I want to do it. I probably will. Okay, this is what you need. These are the thing. These are the fabric paints. They come in 4, okay? They come in 4 colorways. Your options are, let me see where I can read them. Country colors. This one is pastel. This one is primary. This one is jewel, okay? If you want black, let me turn them up because they have the colors listed on the side. So you can really see the colors. The pastels are gorgeous. You can do a whole project from one box, but if you want black and white, they're in the primary set, okay? And I did use the black to outline a little bit, not a lot. One thing I want y'all to think about is no line coloring. You're not trying to get this super, super dark line beautiful as you color in. All right, so I'll let y'all see those. Now, there's some things you have to make this work. And there's some optional things as well, okay? You have to have the ink for the stamping. Honestly, if you have like a fabric with a black and white pattern, you could just color in that. You have to have one of these guys. This is the fabric paint hoop, all right? It has this metal, and I'll show you this because I've got one out to demo for you. It has this metal piece and this hoop on the outside. It also has, do you see this piece right here? That is a blotter. That's what these are, and that's what protects your project from the metal. So you're not painting onto the metal, so it won't pick up on other projects. So you need these blotters, okay? Then, and I would suggest get 1 pack of these at least. These are tips in case your paints clog and you can't clean them out, because you can try to clean them out. That does work. But if you can't, you have replacement tips. These are a must-have. You have to have these, and I'll show you that in just a second. These are protectors for the paint. Okay, I just want to show y'all that so we can paint. One last thing, we got flour sacks. Are they called flour sacks? Yeah, flour sack towels. Y'all know what these are. The big towels that are white, look like this, and they also have a little hook here. I got to tell you what my daughter-in-law did. She is not into painting and stamping and all that, but she saw these towels, and she came in and she said, I got to get some of those towels. I was like, really? She said, yeah, I'm going to embroider them and make them gifts. She has a little home embroidery machine, and she embroidered on those towels to make them gifts. So, all right, check this out. This is one that I started at our demo day so I could show them how to do it. And I want to show y'all too. And this is done. I cannot show you this one because I let somebody borrow that color. I let Miss Deborah take that color. But I can show you a different color. So this is from our stamp set. What is the name of the stamp set? Tamitha. This stack of cups is from our stamp set, okay? I inked it up. I stamped it. I used my stamp wheel. That big old wheel, stamped it down on here. You're not looking for perfection. Can you reach behind you that little towel back there? I think I stamped on it. Is that the one I stamped the camper and everything on? Let me see. No, this is my tester towel. Is there another one down there? Let me see if I can find it.
There's that stamp set.
Oh, yay. He found my stamp set. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, this stamp set is called My Cup Runneth Over. This is the one I used here. I did one where I stamped a camper and a car from one of our other stamp sets on. It was cute, too. I thought that'd be really cute for, like, a gift for somebody.
It's on here, but...
Let me show that. Let me see it. I stamped this on one of the tea towels. I don't know where the tea towel went, but I took this image and stamped it across the tea towel like this so you could color that in like as a Christmas gift for somebody. That would be so cute. And this is how I did it on my stamp wheel. It's not perfect. You can get it done. And if y'all want a video, I'll do it. This was my tester. This is the very first day. I stamped this, colored it very first day just to play. And now I use this to get my colors going. Okay. All right. Let's do a color. I'll do something bright y'all can see. All right. I need to put a protector on it. Look behind you and hand me that. All my colors are right there. Do you see them? If you hand me that, I may already have a protector on one of my bottles. I could just use
You do.
Okay. Oh, I do have the tea. I guess she didn't take it. Did I use brown? I don't remember. I think I told her to borrow it. Okay. Let's do this green color, this lighter color. All right. I have them stored like this. They're just in a little tray. There's my ink right there. I just have them in this little tray like this. I also have them in this little container. It works really good too. All you have to do is be able to see the ends, right? And you see the protectors, the little pieces on the end? All right, now here's how this works. You hold this thing straight up and down, okay? It is a ballpoint tip. So a little bit of pressure makes the paint come out. What you never want to do is squeeze this guy. Have any of you ever had E6000?
That was a tongue twister.
Whew, and you squeeze that tube, and every time you open the cap, it just keeps feeding out. You know what I'm talking about? That metal tube. Don't squeeze this, okay? That's what this is for, to keep you from squeezing it as you're coloring. All right, so what I'm going to do is go to this second cup. And like I said, you're going to go straight up and down. So it's going to be a little hard for you to see. But once I get some color laid down, see it? Let me see if I can go to the side. And the smell takes me back to my grandmother. I have to have my glasses on to do this. It's too precision. Takes me back to my grandmother's, right to her little living room, and us sitting there doing this. And I'm telling you, I saw somebody do this on YouTube. I saw them take that ink. The ink was the game changer for me. The VersaCraft ink, Versa Clear, Versa Fine, Versa, all the Versas. And when I found out it was Versa Fabric, VersaCraft for fabric, I was like, well, we know we're going to love that ink. Now, y'all going to have a hard time getting me to stop doing this.
Oh, well, you're saying we're going to be here all day?
Could be. I cannot wait to do a pair of shoes. I want to do a pair of canvas shoes. Might do some for the grand girls. They'd probably like that. So see that? There's the green. And you can let this dry and put a second coat if you want. You don't have to. They blend. It is just paint, you guys. They blend. So if you want to do shading, you can. I'm not brave enough. I did try a little bit. I attempted a little bit of shading, and I did okay. But y'all know I don't do well with marker shading. So I love this so much. Somebody said the difference in this and StazOn. StazOn is made for non-porous surfaces, and fabric is very porous. I've used StazOn for fabric before, but it doesn't stay very well. For me, it might for other people. So look how quick I colored that in. Can you believe that? Come on, y'all. I'm not going to want to stop. Let me see if this is the right. Let me show you how I put these on. So you take this little guy here, and what I do is I try to hold it in my hand and kind of protect it without squeezing and drop that down like that. Then I think this is not the right color. Let's color the tea in. Yeah, this is the darker color. I had a lighter color, and I let someone borrow it. She was going to make tea towels for a ladies' luncheon that they were having, and she bought this stamp set and a bunch of the towels, and she bought the ink, and I was like, borrow my brown for your tea, and you can bring it back, because you only need that little bitty bit. She's one of our local friends from a church that we used to attend. Isn't this great? Okay, then I got to show you this. Then I got to show you this, because it's so cool. Where's so cool? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I got to get these off before I fall out of this chair dizzy. Where did my samples go? Sometimes I'm my own worst enemy in this room. Here we go. Now then, here's what I did to get the other images. I went to different stamp sets and pulled little flowers. See those little flowers? Like these? That's those right there. And what I did was I took a piece of, I don't even want to tell you what I took. I was at home. I took a piece of packaging that was sitting next to me. Okay. But you could do this with Post-it tape, which this would work really great. Where's my Post-it tape? Right here. So you could take a piece of Post-it tape. Okay. Stick it here. Not here, but here. Stamp that secondary stamp, and it overlaps. And you can see on my sample that that's what I did. You see I put a piece of tape right here, and then I stamped that little flower, and then I put a piece of tape here and stamped that little flower. Then I went to other ones, okay, and I put tape, stamped, I wanted them to look like little teacups, or, you know, like antique teacups, right? And here's how I did it. I did my coloring one day. I let it dry overnight. I did my secondary stamping which is what I'm calling this. And then I ironed that. I heat set that on top. Okay. So back to coloring. How great, right? So cool. I think I've already done that color. It's been a while since I played with these. I played with these at open house, and I haven't had a chance to get back to them. I'm trying to find the ones that already have my little caps on them, so I don't have to put more on them. But only those two do. Okay, I'll switch it. So what do y'all think? Questions? All right, tell me the possibilities. Y'all all talk about it. Go to the thrift store. This is what you do. Go to the thrift store. Find yourself a vintage purse. This would be so fun. Dig in your stamp sets. Find a vintage purse. Don't get a Louis Vuitton or something. I mean, that would be cool too, though. But get some vintage purse. Maybe get yourself an old denim jacket. Go into your stamp sets and play. And you don't have to have stamp sets that are massive. You can build corner scenes, or maybe you get the strawberry set and you just want to do on your denim jacket some strawberries in the little corners of the designs. Oh my gosh, it'll be so much fun. Let's do some pink.
Lori said, did you iron it after coloring and then again after the stamping of flowers?
I let the color dry overnight, and then I stamped, and then I ironed. I did not iron. I didn't heat set the color necessarily. I just wanted to heat set my stamping. Just the stamp ink. And I'll read you everything on the packaging so you'll know it. And you can go look. These have been around forever, so you can go watch videos and get ideas about them. But it's so much fun. I don't have my glasses on, so this one might be a little. I will tell you that if you have trouble up close seeing, use your glasses and be in a well-lit area so you can make sure you're getting all your ink down into the fabric. It's so fun. So fun. I just don't want to stop. You're like, but you have to. But do I?
Eventually. That's a good question, Karen. How would you heat set tennis shoes?
Just use your iron. Stuff your tennis shoe. I've seen people do it. You stuff your tennis shoes super tight. That's one thing. You can't put the metal in there. You got to stuff those tennis shoes super tight. Shopping bags, old towels, old t-shirts, stuff them in there. If you can find some like shoe things that will cover the whole thing, stuff it in there. And then after you do it, lay your fabric over it and just run your iron around. And if you have one of the Cricut mini presses, that would be really good because that'll get around it real easy. And they make maybe we should bring this in. They make a mini craft iron that's just on a stick, and you could literally do it with that. I don't know about the steamer. That's something you might want to research that one. Okay, there's another cup gun done. I want to show you. Let's see, where's my little practice cloth? That is not it. This is one I did. Oh, here it is. Good. This is one I stamped during the demo to show them that you could take. This is this stamp set, this corner way, and I did it 4 times to get a bigger image on my tea towel. And the thing is, now you don't really care about the background so much, about your stamping so much, because you just color and you do that kind of no line coloring. And then I bet some of y'all want to see what black looks like. And let me find it. I think, do I have one in here? That's navy.
What setting do you recommend on your iron?
Let me read the package to you so I don't want to say anything that's not accurate. I ain't about inaccuracies. All right. Directions. Ready? Place blotter or paper towel under fabric to protect your work surface. Hold tube vertically from surface, not in an angle like a writing pen, vertically. Press down firmly, releasing the metal ball in the tip to allow to flow freely. Paint along design lines, filling in small areas to add extra color. Always clean off the tip and replace the cap when finished. Wait 48 hours before washing. Enjoy your new project. Get creative. Try adding some embroidery, buttons, glitter, or other embellishments. Also, in this box is a full instruction sheet. And there's some more instructions like not getting a good result. Read that instruction. There's like troubleshooting in there. The self-sealing ballpoint tip is used for line drawing and shading. to remove the tip, to mix unlimited colors for paintbrush. You can twist that tip off and take the color out. Easy cleanup with Aunt Martha's tip cleaner or any oil-based paint solvent. So if you get clogged up, you can use the oil-based paint solvent to clean that out. The versatility of these craft paints will enhance your creativity. Just want to let you know that. Also, listen to this. Works on fabric, wood, leather, plastic, metal, glass. So your Stays On ink works on those too because it's non-porous. And also this guy works on the other things. Also paper, wood, and more. Then on this side, here's Get Creative. Ornaments, unique jewelry, personalized gifts, decorate storage containers, decorate notebooks, embellish t-shirts, backpacks. That's not on here. We should write that in. Quilt blocks. That's what I want to talk to you about. Tea towels, aprons, pillowcases. I think it would be so cool if you did a quilt block. They're like, I think it's like the Sawtooth Star, but I could be wrong. But the square middle with the points, with the star points, that square middle, use your stamps on your fabric in that center and color it and then do your fabric around it. Oh my goodness, so many possibilities. We're never going to come out of the craft room. This is the pastels. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to read to you off of here. Fun for kids and adults of all ages. That's what they say.
Bonus.
That's what they say. All right, watch this. Here's the black. I want to put a little protector on it. That's what I was saying. One of those tiny ones. We don't have those. We need to get those. All right, this is black. I also want to show you this. On my little cloth that is in the floor down here, this one is the one that I kind of just put into service. I just said this is going to be my service towel, and I will move this forward. Use it to kind of get things rolling. This is what I used it for, just to make sure we're still working from the last time I had it in my hand. There we go. Now, I'm not going to put this in a hoop. I'm not going to take the time. You should. Don't do this. But I want to show you, if you want to outline your project, like if you want a dark line, or if you want to hide mistakes. And I'm using black so you can see that, but I might use like the dark gray, depending on what you're doing. If it's a soft thing like these flowers, the black is a little harsh and it makes it a little cartoony. But you could do it with the gray and get a really pretty result. I'm not looking at the chat, so if there's questions or anything.
It seems like the biggest question is on the heat setting. Brenda says, is there advice for heat settings, the stamping, or is that based on the type of fabric that you use?
I turned mine on all the way up. Do y'all not do that?
On high?
I just turned mine to max. I turned my iron to max. That's what I do. I didn't use steam. Just turn it to max, and then I heat set it. If you're concerned about it, I think I would be more worried about the fabric, like you're saying. Like if you're using, I wouldn't use silk, but if you're using silk, you don't want to turn it all the way up. You'll melt it. I didn't stress too much about the setting. Maybe like my iron only has like, high, medium, and low. I don't have numbers.
You don't have a nuclear setting on yours?
No, actually, my new iron is pretty good.
I was going to say, I think that new iron you ain't got no business having it this hot setting.
How long will we call it the new iron?
I don't know.
I'm just going to tell you. I'll do this till you tell me I got to stop. Anyway, because that's what's going to happen to y'all. You're going to sit around and want to do this until the cows come home.
I mean, this is a perfect sit in your recliner project while you watch TV.
And when the cows come home, you just tell them, milk yourselves.
Because I can remember my mama doing that, sitting on the couch. She had her little hoop in her hand, and she was going to town with that paint.
Where'd my cap go? If Shani was here, she would say, I don't know. I don't know. Where's my cap? I got to find it. It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. All right. So I want to show you one more thing because I found it. I found it. Look how cute this would be for Christmas. Would this be a cute tea towel gift for somebody? Also, listen, I got to tell y'all something. We went to, do you see the excitement when Vinny and I went to, there's a famous bakery here called Edgar's Bakery. We went there for my birthday. Y'all, they make their pound cake right? Remember this? They make their pound cake and then they wrap it. I wish I had something round. They wrap a tea towel around it like this, so that this, whatever they've got, whatever the picture on the tea towel is on the top of the pound cake. And then they squeeze the sides like candy. They put a little ribbon on either side. And so you can give these pound cake gifts with, remember I told you they were so cute, and they're tied on the side so they get a pound cake and the tea cakes, or and the tea towel and ribbon, because I'd keep the ribbon too. Wouldn't this be precious? And this is from one stamp set, you guys. I want to color this one too. I think it'll be cute. All right, what do y'all think? Did we find a good one? I think we did. I'm excited. I think a lot of you guys will be too, but I'm excited about this. And the fact that it takes our stamps to a whole other level. I can't wait to do a denim jacket. When Brenda Berry lands, she's been running around like crazy. When she sits still, I can't imagine what she'll get done. She'll do jeans all the way down her leg.
No doubt.
No doubt. She'd have matching. Her design will go from her shoe up her leg and onto her jacket, and we will all be jealous.
Because she will literally sit there and do it till it's done.
What's the question about? Let's see. Hold on. What did Linda say? What a teacup stamp from Meme. That teacup stamp is called My Cup Runneth Over. And there was another question, I think, because
I think she's asking about how many she needs.
All 4 of them. Here's the thing. This is what I had somebody in and they were like, I want to collect a little. There's 4 sets and I want to collect one at a time. And what I said to them was, pick your favorite colors first. That's how we like to craft. We don't always think about the end result so much as our favorite colors. Okay. So start with your favorite colors. If your favorite colors are pastels, if they're primaries, in my opinion, the 2 I would 100, if I had to start with 2, and I would suggest 2, I would start with pastels and primary. That's going to get you a long way. The country ones, and what's the other name of the other ones? Country.
Her question dealt with, she says this, trying to figure out how much or what needs to be, she needs to buy. She needs to make 24 projects.
Yeah,
this
paint's going to last a long time.
You think she could do 24? I mean, I guess it depends on how many colors she uses, but
I think you can go a long way with this paint. I mean, I didn't even scratch the surface with one project. They don't even, you can go a long way. Did anybody buy any at open house? Recommend? But if you're going to pick colors, I would 100% get pastel and primary. And if you can afford all 4, here's what I discovered. When I took them out of their name, when I did them like this and I just saw them as colors, it was better for me. But that's my brain, and your brain may be different. My brain said, don't fence me into this box. Let me do this because I want to have all the colors. But that's
don't fence me in.
Don't fence me in. Don't throw me down, Clark. Don't fence me in. I like to move around. Hey.
Did you have other stuff you were supposed to show them?
I got something to tell them though. Hey. Did y'all see my video Tuesday? It was a surprise video. Y'all weren't expecting it. The folks at, I want to say Lean, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I have Googled it multiple times, sent me the Pix Cut S1 printer. And look, this is my photo it printed. And if you have not seen this, you need to go watch this video. This is the printer photo. That's the quality.
That's pretty good.
It's real good. You need to watch the video and you need to go get your machine. It's 100% worth every penny. It is incredible. It makes stickers. And what I love about it, you'll have to watch my demo. But what I love about it is I tell it what to print. It prints it and then it cuts it. I don't have to do anything. Listen to what I'm telling you.
So you're saying you can tell it what size the picture needs to be and it cuts it out for you automatically.
Stickers, okay? Sticker sheet. Here's what I did. I went in and designed a sticker. I used their software. I didn't even do my own. I can do my own because you can upload your own images. So I can go out to Canva, which is my favorite thing, design something, which I'm going to, and I'll do a short for you guys because I want to put a title on my Craft-a-Cropolis book. But I can go design something, upload it into the software, size it onto my sticker sheet, say print. It prints it out this side like this. Then it cuts it out this side like this. I don't touch it again.
Wow.
Like, Incredible. Incredible. And by the way, it was y'all's fault that I got it. Because listen what happened. Do you remember that night somebody said somebody got a printer sticker cutter thing? And I'm like, what? And one of y'all said the name of it. And I went, I've seen that name. This is how bad I am, y'all. So I've seen that name. I went and searched my email and they had already reached out to me months ago. Those go to my junk mail a
Yeah.
lot. Months ago. And I reached out and I said, hey, is this still possible? Like, did I miss out on this? And they were like, no, we'd love to work with you. So we put it together and they sent it to me and it's absolutely incredible. But yeah, I have been working harder to pay attention to my emails since because I'm like, I'm missing stuff because I just don't look for stuff. So I've been paying really close attention. Another thing, a lot of sneak peeks today. I'm excited about this. This is very new. Okay. You'll have to wait to hear more about this, but I think you'll like it. In July, we have, matter of fact, you might want to mark these dates off if you can. We have put on the calendar for July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. We have a tentative online event coming up. I will know more next week. I have a meeting with the people that are doing the event with us on the 23rd. After that, I should be able to be more specific about it, but it's partnering with a brand you guys love. It's partnering with a brand. I'm trying to see if I did before I say it. Yeah, it's partnering with a brand that I use every day. I did not use a single one of their products in today's video, so I can't tell you that. But it's partnering with a brand I use every day. And I'm really excited about it. And if it can happen, it'll be a 3-day event, Christmas themed in July, which we've never done an online event during Christmas in July. So mark your calendar, save the date. Okay. That's a funny question.
Yes.
Will I be doing Christmas in July? I live for Christmas in July. That is my month. Yes, I will be. To some people's dismay, I know. Here's what I'm going to tell you about Christmas in July, okay? You don't look, if you're like, I don't want to see Christmas in July, if you don't want to see it then, don't look at the video as a Christmas video. Look at it as a technique video, okay? Learn something from it and see how you can use what we do in some other way that's not Christmas. More times than not, I'm teaching you more things than just using Christmas product. But we love Christmas. And I'm going to answer this question for you because everybody says, why is it always in the store so soon? Because crafters and decorators craft for Christmas, not at Christmas. If people can understand that, it'll kind of take the strain off of them.
That's right, Terrence.
You go into the big box stores, and they have Christmas out in July, August, right? It's for people like me who want to get my Christmas prepped or get my gifts in November and December. November, December, I just want to spend time with my kids. So when you see us doing this early, I try to show you projects you can do now, not now, July, August, September, October, so that in November and December, you're just hanging out with the fam and all your stuff's done. Now, I've never lived that life.
We're not that prepared.
I've never lived that life. But the truth of the matter is, that's why we bring it to you early. And that's the whole reason it's in the stores early. Because a lot of people, even y'all think about this. There are people who are hired to decorate people's home for Christmas. And they get hired early. Like, I want you, or offices. And they have to have that stuff. When I worked this is one reason it's out early. When I worked in the apartment industry, we used to stage apartments. And we needed to stage our Christmas apartment like mid to end of October. By November, you were late for Christmas, because people are already shopping. So we needed it out early so we could go and get it, bring it in, put it out into the apartment. It's just like here, we decorate before October, So
may I interrupt you for a paint question?
Yes.
Do each pack have separate colors, or are there any?
They do not
overlaps.
overlap from what I have seen. I looked at that. And we'll just go through it. Do you mind if we go through it? What happened?
My mic is dead again.
Did we put bad batteries back in the box? Shannon might have sabotaged you. What if she went? All right, let me show you. We'll go through the colors. I don't believe they overlap. There's a lot of questions coming in. Let's see. Art glitter. That's a question for you, Vinny, because you were on the phone today.
Art glue is in the process of being satisfied. Does that make sense? I hope to have it back in the store next week.
4 months in advance for the next season. Hey, here's something y'all might be shocked to know.
Let's try this again.
Some of y'all won't be shocked at this at all. The stuff you see in the store, the Christmas stuff you see in the store, was ordered last spring. Not this spring, last spring. Like, retailers and wholesalers order at least a year in advance. So all the stuff you're seeing, they order it at one of the shows, right? And then it takes a year for it to come in. So they have to order a year in advance, which, by the way, if you're a cash run business like we are, is the reason we don't do that. Because I can't go to market and order thousands of dollars worth of product and wait a year for it to get here. I can't do that. So that's why we order what comes out when it comes out and when it's available. I don't do a lot of pre-order unless you're ordering and not pay until it does come out. And sometimes that's the case and sometimes that isn't.
They always want at least a deposit.
Yeah, that's a little behind the scenes. Okay, here we go. In the first one, which is called, this is the colonial, no. This is the jewel pack. You get dark yellow, navy, cherry, purple, teal, pine, rose, and chartreuse. That's the first one. In the second one, which is country, you get brick red, prairie blue, avocado, graphite, tan. That's the color I use for tea. That's the one I let her borrow, was tan. Forest green, rust, and berry pink. Okay. In primaries, you get white, blue, red, black, brown, green, orange, and yellow. And in the pastels, you get aqua, lavender, light blue, banana cream, Caucasian, lilac, pink, and light green. And did this one, let me look. Yeah, they don't overlap. Do they? Wait just a second. What's the blue in here? No, navy, rose, teal, pine, cherry. Nope, they don't overlap. So there you go. That is true. When I worked retail, that was, we would get trees after Easter and only close out discount trees and store the rest. That's it. That's it. Because even like, I know y'all have been watching all of the trade information and everything that's going out. We're getting a lot of emails from different companies telling us how that's going. And they're literally talking to us, not so much us, because like I said, we don't order that way, but they're talking to retailers saying the stuff you ordered last year, this is what it's going to look like. So they're not even talking about the stuff you're ordering right now. So, all right, you guys, fun live. This was fun. This was fun, right?
Mighty fun.
Y'all gonna want all of this. Y'all gonna want this stuff. I love it so much. Listen, when you make things with this, please post it on our customer gallery. I want to see what you make.
Your inspiration.
It inspires me so I can do more things. So please post it on the customer gallery. That printer is really cool, Chris. It is. I'm going to use it a lot. All right. We appreciate you guys. I need you to do us a favor, okay? I need you to be praying for Vince's dad always. And I need you to pray for a situation that's very close to our heart. That's what I want to tell you. God knows the need. I just need you to be in agreement with us. I need you to pray for the situation that's very close to Maydet's heart, okay? We appreciate your prayers. It is so special when you pray for us and when you tell us that you've been praying for us. Saturday's video, I didn't give you a sneak peek. Saturday's video is a 12 by 12. Listen, it's a 12 by 12 a 49 and Market album using Doodlebug paper at Craft-a-Cropolis. You're going to get to see some behind the scenes of what Craft-a-Cropolis looks like. It's a great video. It's a fun one to watch. So don't miss Saturday's video. I'm doing my best to have a prayer map video for y'all this week, but I'm not going to promise. We got a little behind, so I'm not going to promise, but the last few weeks I couldn't. Also, if you are interested in picking up Bible study again, we did the Dwell book. We did 8 weeks and we completed that one. If you're interested in doing another one, I'll be sending out a link for our Sunday evening chat. We're going to get together Sunday night and talk about it. Okay. And I'll let you know kind of where we're looking at going. So, Let's see. Lori had to go take care of the water so bad she didn't want to miss anything. All right, you ready?
Yep. Whenever
Vinny
you
closes
are.
out in prayer. If you have a specific prayer request, head to our Facebook group, which is called Created in Christ. You can share your prayer over there, and there are prayer warriors that will pray with you and for you. And you might even find people who've been through what you're going through that can give you some great advice. You can join that over on Facebook. We are always praying for our mates, always, for all different reasons. And we're always happy to pray with you. And today, Vinny's going to pray for all of us as we close out.
All right, let's pray together, guys. Hey, God, I thank you for this day. God, you know our situation, and God, we just lift it up to you. Lord, we know that your hand is always at work in our life, even God, when we don't understand and we can't see why in the world something like this would happen. But you are faithful, and God, we just put our trust and our faith in you, that somehow, some way, there'll be glory received to honor your name through it. I pray, God, for every person watching. God, I cannot thank you enough for them, what they mean to me, what their support means to me, to us, and to Made It. I just can't imagine where we would be without all of them and their love and support for our business. I pray, God, that you would just overflow them with blessing. I pray, God, that you would love on them and you would use us to do that. I just thank you so much for that. I thank you for the results for Dad last night, for your hand being there and helping him through that situation, and for keeping me strong through that situation. And Lord, we just can't be grateful enough and thank you enough. I ask God today that you would just wrap your arms around us, that you would hold us, that you would comfort us, that you would love us through whatever it is that we're struggling with or dealing with. God, you know before we ever whisper the word what's happening and what's going on. So God, help us to just follow you, to love you, to trust you, and walk the path that's before us. God, we love you again. We thank you for everything in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Thank y'all so much for being here today. I appreciate you for giving me some grace for last night and then being here with us today. If you have anything to ask us, you have any questions, you can reach us at info@maymaymadeit.com or our website, maymaymadeit.com. Till next time, bye now.